Well, let's talk about mini sessions. Give us like a little sort of an outline as to how a mini session works.
Yeah, they're really basic. And as I said, I use them as a way to not only kind of give new clients that don't want to make a massive investment right off the bat a chance to just work with me, but also it's great for a holiday season and just kind of high volume stuff where people just want a couple. The way I market it is like, do you want just a couple good ones? Because sometimes people don't want a whole story, and that's fine. Those people, I found over the years that shooting these beautiful narrative stories in people's houses, and then they would order like just the one of them all looking at the camera. And I'd be like, you're missing the point. So just making sure you're clear in your marketing, like this is a story with all this detail and an album and all this stuff. And this is just a few good ones.
But so the way I structure headshot sessions is that I moved away from this sort of package idea, where you had like this traditional idea of having like a low cost, a mid, and a and a super expensive package, because I found it really limits. It's set to limit to how much I can earn for that session. Because if you say, like, for instance, this session is an hour and it comes with 5 fully retouched headshots, then in your client's mind, that's the limit. You've already set the bar there. It's going to take an hour, so I don't invest the time for it to take longer. That's it. And it comes with 5 images, so why would I want 6? Because it already comes with 5. No big deal.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I found that it was very difficult to upsell on that because people were already so set on that, and you could really feel it in the discussions. At the end when we're looking at the final shots, like, oh yeah, but I like that 6 shot. But well, I tell you what, I'm just going to lose that one, and I'm going to use this instead. And then then you've already like lost that opportunity. So what I do now is I just basically I don't time limit it, and really what it means is, so it's a session plus per photo fee sort of thing, where I don't have a time limit, and people basically buy the images they want. And what it does is because it's open-ended, it gives me the time to run through a lot more setups. And that usually means that actually for each session, I'm able to monetize that session a lot more, because if I can run through 7 different setups, they will almost always buy at least 7 images. And because I'm charging extra per image, the total that is much greater than what I would have charged for a package before that. So just by changing that system, it's meant a number of different things. It's meant that I can monetize each session more, but it also means that actually I now have the time to relax people into that whole situation, is what we talked about earlier, because I'm not shooting against the clock. Because from my perspective, I always used to hate that. Like, I've got 60 minutes, right? I've got to get this perfect headshot for that client in 60 minutes. And I'm looking at my clock. The client is looking at their watch. And they're going like, oh, how long is this going to take? And I'm thinking, shoot, I've got 15 minutes to get this shot. And I just don't like working like that at all. So I completely changed the way I did things. And it's been great.
Well, that's great. And I think everyone should do what works for them. I believe that so strongly, because we're all different photographers, and I'm the opposite. I love the shorter the better. I can give you probably 50 good images in 10 minutes. Like I shoot so fast. I'm like the fastest. And that's one of the reasons I think it's one of the big feedbacks I get from my clients with little kids. They're like, oh my God, you're so fast. You got so many, because they melt down in like 2 minutes and they're just,
absolutely. Children, kids and animals, you have to be on it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's no time to relax into anything.
Yeah, right. And that's just my style.
What I'm really interested in also is how do you market your mini sessions? How do you get clients in for those? Is it based on existing clients, or how do you do it?
It's a little of both. My main superpower is my email list, and I used to teach this all the time in photo business help courses, but it's like the email list. I can sell out my mini sessions in 24 hours just by sending one email, and it's really powerful, because people are waiting. Because my pop-up and my lead magnet on my site is just want a couple good ones on a budget, and I have so many people just like, yeah, that sounds good, and like signing up to that list. I announce it via my email list, and then I announce it on social, which is predominantly Instagram and Facebook for photography. And I just have a combination of probably 75% repeat clients, and then I usually get about 25% new clients. But I've been really fortunate that when I started back in 2009, 2010, I really got into SEO stuff. So my SEO is pretty good for my area. And I've had to do very, very little marketing to have a pretty solid photo business, since those first few years. But the email list, whoever's listening that doesn't have one. That's all I can say is it is one of the most powerful tools in my business, hands down. When COVID hit, I sent out an email in April and I said, if you're able to pay it forward, I'm not going to be able to work for a while. But if you think that within the next year, you're going to want to do a family session with me, I'm giving a discount because it's COVID times. But if you can book it now in full, that would help me a lot. And I made like close to $10,000 with that one email.
Oh, wow.
And it was just clients that I have on the email list that were like, yeah, we're going to do photos. So, okay, cool. We'll pay for our shoot now, and it saved me, during that weird time when we couldn't really shoot.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip, then press here for the full episode in glorious Technicolor. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe.